Hello, penny pinchers. So it is Sunday afternoon and it's time to do our sneak peek for Monday's half price day. So let's do a quick flyby on all the retail and we'll dive right into those racks and bins. Hope everybody's having a good Sunday. Went to church this morning, came home, ate some of that barbecued pork, which by the way, if you want some barbecued pork, pretty good stuff. Let us know. The church, we smoke barbecue periodically as a fundraiser, and what don't sell at the fundraiser, I have here at the store in vacuum packed freezer bags, and is available to our customers if you want some. And 100% of the proceeds goes to the building fund at our little church, because our church is very old and needs lots of TLC, let's say. So we appreciate your support, and in the meantime, enjoy some really good barbecue. Too much retail. Of course, you know, it is, the retail comes out on Fridays when we restock the store. So of course we got a lot of it right now. It'll dwindle as the week goes on. But when it comes to these larger type items, we have a backlog of those because we just keep pushing them aside because we don't have room for them to store. And now they're taking up a lot of room in the Connex box. So we got a lot of larger items that are high value that I would love to get rid of. And we're ordered more of these racks so we can properly display them in the store. You can check them out, might be something you could use. But moral of the story is, don't forget to check out the retail. Could be something in there you really need. All right, let's dive into these bins now and see what we got over here. I'm gonna put the volume, well, the volume is still on up there. It's over 100%. Anything, you know, you got 3 1x6 boards. If it sticks up higher than that, you know, we're at 120, 125% still on the volume. So it's gonna be some good picking this week. Hope you come out and take advantage. And we'll do a little bit of digging today as well. A lot of people have been asking me about my ankle. For the ones that don't know, my dumb butt fell out of the storage container while I was doing a video on Friday and twisted my ankle real bad, but apparently it wasn't all that bad. I mean, it is still a little swollen and bruised, but it's not really hurting anymore. So I'm able to get around on it just fine. Appreciate everybody asking. So I'm all good. Oh, what the heck is that? Elastic compression system. Guess you just put it on your arm. Maybe it's pump it full of air. I'm not sure. Not sure. Another advent calendar. It's a never-ending thing trying to pull all of the Christmas stuff out. But of course, some people will buy Christmas all year long. And if that's you, more power to you. But as we find it, we'll try to get it out of the bins. And we'll see. Maybe we'll have lots and lots of Christmas. Maybe we'll do a Christmas in July if we've got enough of it. Some people like to do that. And I'm not going to do too much digging in the kitty bin because, you know, I like sleeping in my own bed. The couch is not that comfortable. And Yvette always makes the kitty bin look nice. Isn't that cute? So it's just a radio, but it's made to look like the old school boom boxes, like a little cassette player, but there's no cassette player. It's just a radio. That's neat. Neat little item. I guess we don't have a craft bin this week, because otherwise that would be in it. nice sharp one. Well, you can almost dig to the bottom. I mean, it's down there. I can see it. I even touched it. So it's down there. And you know all the good stuff always falls to the bottom. Curtains. Sometimes I think I talk so much, I don't know what to talk about. So I just show y'all the stuff, let you look at it. I could tell a story. You want me to tell a story? Let's see, what can I tell you all about? I could tell you everything you never wanted to know about me. I don't know what to tell you. What? Oh, somebody did explain to me what this thing is for. You ever see those exercise deals where you grab a rope in each hand? And that's what that's supposed to simulate. And it's supposed to put some weights on the end or something. But anyway, apparently that's what it is. But let's see, a story. And some of you probably know this, but I used to race stock cars, dating all the way back into the 80s, mid 80s. Ran out in Oklahoma and won a championship in 1988 at a local track. And last time I ran stock cars was 2003 at Langley, but before that, I ran a late model, and there's the hood off my late model car up there in the corner looking at us. Had my sponsor on the hood. I was number 7, Gloucester RV Sales and Service. Sponsored the car. So, did that. This will tell you the temperature of whatever you point at it. Used to use one of these with my racing gig because you need to know what the temperature of the track was. Surface. More so on asphalt than dirt, but on dirt you want to know what the moisture level is in the dirt. Yvette was looking for one of these the other day. Don't nobody get it, I'll let her know it's there. She might want that if she didn't already get her one. But let's see, what else do you not want to know about me that I could share with you? I used to work in radio. Some of you know that. Off and on, part-time, for about 19 years. Started in high school as part of a work release program, getting school credit. And started out in a big FM station and didn't get to do much there. Something heavy in there. So, because I've had a little bit of experience, the little local AM station in the next town over offered me a job actually spinning records and doing commercials and weather and remotes, and everything was manual. So I was all about that. So went and did that until I until I graduated high school and joined the military. So all of this Easter right here in this bin is fill a bag or $1 a piece. So $1 a piece, or you can fill a trash bag for 10 bucks. Or if you're really feeling froggy, you can fill one of those blue bags. As long as the long straps can touch at the top, you can fill it all the way up. Basically, you're overfilling it for 20 bucks. And there's that. So, but when I came here, so everywhere I went, my first assignment was out in Altus, Oklahoma, which had a little racetrack, and I raced out there too. That's the first time I started actually racing stock cars. But had a little job, a little part-time job at a Christian radio station out there. KKVO, King of Kings, Voice of Opportunity. And they were one of my sponsors because couldn't afford a trailer, but I did buy a car. And it just so happens that the radio station was about a quarter of a mile from the racetrack. So I get one of my buddies in front of you and one of my buddies behind me, and I drove the race car to the track and then just hope he didn't wreck so couldn't drive it back. So, humble beginnings to my little racing career there. Just didn't take no for an answer. Oh, this is a nice wallet. That thing feels really nice. And it's got the straps, so you could actually wear it around like a little purse. It's kind of hung up in the screen now. That tag right there. We'll have to get that out of there. Somehow, there we go. So now you can kind of see what that is. Is that a find? Is that something good? I don't know. Let's put it somewhere you can find it in case it is something good. There you go. It's right there. But yeah, that's how I started. That was in 1986. And didn't take long. You know, the first breakdown I had kind of put me out of business. Couldn't afford to fix it. So I took a job with the racetrack and did some announcing and working the pits and that sort of thing until I could save up my money and go racing again the next year. And by the third year, I had a car, had a sponsor, had my act together, and went racing for the full season, and that's when we won the championship in 1988. So, there you go. In the bomber division, the low-class division, the low-cost division, but probably some of the most, I've raced everything from late models to bombers, and I tell you what, probably had more fun racing bombers than I did any other class. Running that dirt late model was like having another 7-day-a-week job, man. Anybody that's done it knows what I'm talking about. So in case you're wondering where we are looking right now, we're right here next to the thermostat, right beneath the hot boy. Oh, somebody make me a bunk cake. Excuse me. Lots and lots and lots to look at. Over here's where we have kind of over just doing it for a while. Things kind of seem to sort themselves out, if that makes any sense. So it seems like the textile stuff, bed sheets, blankets, pillowcases, things like that, seem to kind of migrate into this bin. So if you're looking for that, come check right over here. Anybody else having a problem with all this pollen and stuff coming out? Man, I got up this morning and our cherry blossom tree in the front yard looks so pretty, and it does, and we always enjoyed looking at it. But I also know that comes with a price. All of that stuff is out there blooming now, and I'm going to be all congested and coughing and sneezing. I don't know if anybody else has those issues, but man, spring and fall, I love them and I hate them. It's kind of like one of those love-hate relationships with all of the, and surrounded by farms too out here, so you get all that in the fall. Alrighty, let's go check out these shelves. And we're going to try to do it all in one video, unless my alarm goes off and interrupts us. Which it could, because you know I got an alarm for everything. AC hose clipper. Okay. Yeah, we got a wind chime. I just tested it out with my elbow, accidentally. Still got a thermometer back here. You are my sunshine. Couple of Arctics. I'm a fan of those kinds of cups, those brands. They do a great job. I use those for my water, my tea at the house. I could go to bed at night with a glass of iced tea on my desk, get up in the morning, and it's still full of ice the next morning. And that's without the lid on it. So those cups do a really good job of keeping your beverages either hot or cold. Want to make your own dog bones? There you go. There's the cooker for it. How about make your own iced coffee? Or you can go pay $7.99 for one down the street. Or you can make it at home. Save yourself a bunch of money. Let's go in the back. Y'all want to hear more about stuff I've done in my adventures and racing and radio and military and traveling around the world? Let me know. I would hate to think that I'm boring you guys with that stuff. But if you want to hear some more stuff, I'm happy to share. I just don't want to be one of those people oversharing. Nobody wants to know my life story. But give us something to talk about while we're together every day. Besides what we're looking at. Tells it car aroma. What's this over here? Kind of hard to see with the light in the background. Is that an ornament? Yeah, it's an ornament. More Christmas stuff. Got a pillow up there. What else? I don't know. Some kind of exercise apparatus. Looks like, tension stretchy cords. Visible damage. Well, I guess that's why that's not a retail item. So somebody want to do some minor repairs to it. I don't even know what it is. So don't ask me what it is. I'll tell you it's $7 on Monday. But anyway, there it is. I know where it is, and I know how much it is. That's what I know. That's a chair. So what do we got up here? So light fixtures. Think so. Think so. Got some kind of, I don't know, save the world toilet paper maybe. Some fancy kind of toilet paper. Regular toilet paper up here. There's that ginormous drink bottle. What's that? What is that? Okay. Purse. Something that says Curry on it. Is that water filter starter kit? Okay. There's a flag. I don't know how big it is. Looks like it's a big one. Yeah, that's no 3x5. That's a pretty big flag right there. America. All right, let's go look at these center bins and then we'll finish up with the shelves. Really good volume. Somebody needs to get out here and dig and find that gold in them there bins. Okay. What's this? Yeah, I was looking for some of these. found them. And apparently, there's quite a few more out here this week. Motorcycle windshield. One thing I never raced was motorcycles. Both my brothers had motorcycles. Had a good time on it, but I was a little bit too young at the time. My dad didn't want to give me a motorcycle, so I got a go-kart. So I was always racing the four-wheeled varieties of motor racing. I'd race anything with a motor in it, though, and a steering wheel. Just let me at it. There's a little mini waffle maker. It makes witches' hats in the middle of it. Does it still taste like a waffle? That's all right there. It tastes like a waffle. Ice cream maker. Ice cream maker? What? So this is a different kind of ice cream. I've seen some of these on some like some of these food YouTube videos where basically you spread it real thin in the bottom, it super freezes it, then you scrape it up into rolls, and they call it ice cream. Well, I guess it is. Use the same ingredients, you just don't slow turn it. It's like instant ice cream. Chicken shredder. We're only hitting the surface, as you can tell. And all the good stuff is always in the bottom. Because a lot of folks, like me, when they come in to look, they don't want to dig all the way to the bottom, or they can't dig because too many people in here digging also, and you end up throwing your stuff on top of their stuff, and then their stuff on top of your stuff. And so there's things in the bottom of these bins that I can say would pretty much a surety ain't nobody seen yet, including us. What we got here? Gel blaster. Includes 10,000 plus gellets. Huh. 10 shots per second. I wonder if I could take out some of those carpenter bees with that thing. Somebody brought up a salt gun, shoot salt, and that for taking out insects. I thought, well, why didn't I see that first? All right, let's see what we got over here on the shelves. More paper products, paper towels. And then we're going to wind it up. We'll look at these bottom two shelves first. And what's in here? What's in here? What's in here? Nice. Big breaker bar. And a couple of large sockets. Probably for breaking lug nuts. I don't know. All right, let's wind her down. Oh, let's talk about this for a second. Got a bunch of boxes here full of 3D printer elements, excuse me. So if that's your thing, don't forget to check that out. So we got everything. Pink, red, sunflower yellow, bamboo green. What else we got? Bone white. Got several of those. And we got ash gray. A lot of that. We got some blue, some cocoa brown, some regular gray, and something else there, another brown. But if that's your thing, come on. We got it. $7 on Monday. Well, we appreciate you guys. Hope that you can make it out and see us this week. And join the raffle. The raffle will be Monday evening at 6 o'clock. And come on, get you some raffle tickets in there. Hope you win something. Until then, we'll see ya.